Coming up on Sports 10, the Cougars looking to exact revenge against Anoka. Why you tripping? We've got a jam-packed Sports 10 full of highlights and coaching captains coming up on Sports 10.
Point gets it inside and gets a shot in the goal. Still Conrad. Who gets another one? And a shot and a goal. Fantastic finish from Fogarty.
Hello everyone and welcome to Sports 10. We are your hosts. I'm Kenton Kipp and you are not Jeff Dinsmore.
I'm not. I'm Alicia Daniels.
So Alicia is filling in for Jeff. He's still a little bit under the weather. And so Jeff should be back here next week. Nothing serious. He's just feeling a little ill. Those bugs going around. Jeff's battling a bug, not like a super mutated bug. It's just one of those things that hopefully he'll be back soon. He's on the mend, so that's good. That's where you want to be. All right, we've got highlights, and hopefully we'll get to some coaching captains on this week. We're going to start with last night's game, Spring Lake Park, looking to exact section revenge against Columbia Heights Highlanders, hosting them at home. The 8th-ranked Highlanders, they know how to get down. The Panthers, led by Robert Ben, looking to get some home cooking in this one, but off to a slow start were the Panthers, but the Highlanders got it going. Dion Sandstrom knocked down the 3, and the Highlanders were ready to play. Creamer takes it to the rack, 23-8. Highlanders leading. Spring Lake Park finally gets their offense going. Gary Cook knocks down the 3 from the corner. And Cook was heating up, finally getting some points for the Panthers in the first half. The Highlanders offensive rebound on the putback. Andre Boswell, 29-14, Highlanders leading at the break. In the second half, Sandstrom finds Colton Williams, and Columbia Heights up 16 at this point. Panthers get it going though. Robert Ben inside. This right here started a run. And then T.C. Robinson knocks down the 3. Panthers crank up the defense, turning defense into offense, full court pressure, forcing some turnovers. They get 3 consecutive steals, one of them here. Cook ends up with the bucket. A quick 7-0 run for the Panthers. Inside to Ben, Panthers within 4, a 16-1 run for the Panthers. They are a free throw away from tying it with 5 minutes left. They miss, rebound. Robinson attempts the 3, no good. The Highlanders push it up the other way, and Sandstrom knocks down a clutch three-pointer here. A big swing there. Panthers could have taken the lead, but instead it's a 4-point deficit. Sandstrom knocks it down, and then again, Sandstrom again, nice in the lane, drops it in, and the Highlanders starting to pull away. Panthers were not doing well from the free throw line. They just couldn't come back, and it is slammed home. Exclamation point on this one at 63-53, Columbia Heights taking down the Panthers on their home floor. Panthers just 12 of 29 from the free throw line. That's not going to help matters. Cook leading the Panthers with 26 points in their win over Fridley before losing to Columbia Heights. But Robert Ben leading the Panthers with 22 points. They'll be at St. Louis Park, the other SLP, on the 18th at home versus Champlain Park on the 24th. They'll be hosting North Branch on the 25th.
Take a look at those North Suburban standings. St. Louis Park is leading the pack with a 10-3 record overall. Cooper in second, and then Spring Lake Park with a 9-5 record, all the way down to Totino Grace.
All right, Bengals having a little bit of difficulty recently. They started off hot, but they've dropped the last 5 games. They lost to a very good Eastridge team by 3 points, and then losing to Chandler Park by 39. So hopefully looking to bounce back at home versus Maple Grove on the 18th. They'll be at Armstrong on the 22nd before hosting Centennial on the 25th. Cougars just defeated Coon Rapids by a healthy 64-20 margin. They lost to Osseo, one of the top teams in the state, before coming back to defeat Coon Rapids. Malinowski leading the way with 16 points for the Cougars. Northwest Suburban standings. Park Center, undefeated in conference, 9-0, 13-1 overall. Osseo right behind them at 7-1, 10-2 overall. Right now, Blaine They are 3-5, 5-8 overall, and Centennial 2-6 conference, and 5-8 overall. The Bengals looking for their first win for girls in the Northwest Suburban Conference as they met one of their conference foes, the Champlin Park Rebels.
Yeah, the Bengals headed on over to Champlin Park Tuesday night, where they were going to face off against the Rebels for another conference game. Champlin started things off early by hitting this 3 from Allie Zofi to put them up 5-0. But she isn't done yet. She'll get this one passed down to the block, finishes with the foul. She went on to have 10 points that night. Champlin leads 12-3. Back up with the buzzer beater on the half. They're up 44-9 at halftime. But Bengals will build some momentum with this drive to the basket from Jenny Chamberlain, closing the gap to 17-56. But Champlin would go on to get the steal and then the layup that would draw the foul down low, putting them up 56-17. The final that night would be Champlin Park 59, Blaine Bengals 24.
And thanks to QCTV for the footage as Blaine still looking for their first victory. They'll be taking on Maple Grove on the 18th, hosting Armstrong on the 22nd, and at Centennial on the 25th. That game will be right here on North Metro TV. And the Cougars, after a big win over Hopkins, #1 ranked team in state, they dropped a game to Osseo. So that was their first conference loss. Osseo now moving into a tie with them for the conference lead. They responded with a 79-38 win over Coon Rapids. Cougars now 9-1 in conference, 13-2 overall. Maple Grove and Osseo right behind them, still nipping at their heels at 8-2 apiece. Bengals 0-10 in conference and 0-13 overall.
The Spring Lake Park schedule, they faced off against Thursday night. They faced off against Fridley. Took the win there, 66-28. Jamie Beck had a great night with 15 points. Then many players with 11 points, Semenko, Loisel, Wakeman. Then Tuesday night they faced off against Columbia Heights with another demolishing win, 75-27. Semenko with another great night, 17 points, and Zickerman would get 11 points herself. They face off against St. Louis Park the 18th. Then after that, North Branch, St. Francis, and starting in February, Totino Grace. The North Suburban standings, as you can see, Cooper Hawks leading the way, 10-5. Then Benilde St. Margaret. Spring Lake Park sitting #4 with a 5-2 in conference record. Then all the way down to Fridley Tigers.
All right, boys hockey. Centennial last year was upset in the section quarterfinal by the Anoka Tornadoes in the first round of the playoffs. They had a chance to exact some of that revenge on their home rink at Centennial Sports Arena, hosting the Anoka Tornadoes. So Centennial in the first period, good puck movement here. Connor Lovick's going to find Jordan Pitlick. Pitlick scores the goal, 1-0 Cougars with the lead 10 minutes into this one. Late in the first period, Reiner Gorowski in front of the net. Nice goal there, assisted by Ryan Meany and Kenny Sina. 2-0 Cougars after 1. In the second period, Kenny Sina scoring the goal in front. Nice backhanded goal, assisted by Tommy Heron. 3-0 Cougars. Later on in the second period, Adam Anderson cleans this one up, getting a nice pass there, assisted by Wyatt Close and Andrew Bertrand. 4-0 Cougars with the lead. Anoka on the power play, but it's the Cougars getting the goal. Adam Anderson cleaning it up. Shorthanded goal for Anderson. Simon Gorowski the assist. And Alicia asked Blake Miller about his first start, shutout, and win.
I feel really good, you know. It's awesome. Couldn't have done it without my defense. They made it a lot easier.
I mean, if the team's winning, we don't really care about points. But, I mean, obviously at home, it's kind of like bragging rights. But.
So Blake Miller getting the win there as thankfully they get Patrick Munson back in the net as they take on Bloomington Jefferson, one of the top teams in the state at the Bloomington Ice Garden. In the first period, Cougars get on the board Reiner Gorelski from his brother Hans, and Connor Lovick the second assist. 1-0 Cougars after 1 in the second period. Check out this nice play. Kai's in the turnover. Colin Hughes brings it in all alone. Unassisted goal. Colin Hughes, he eats, sleeps hockey. Colin Hughes gives the Cougars a 2-0 lead. Cougars on the power play. Kenny Sina finds Andrew Bertrand. Nice wraparound goal. He puts it in. Cougars up 3-0 against the Jaguars of Bloomington Jefferson. But late in the second period, Bloomington Jefferson on the power play. Charlie Strauss scores the goal, assisted by Zach Beek and Jano Lindquist. And the Jaguars are on the board. Going into the third period, still down 2. It's Jano Lindquist getting the pass from Johnny Panvica off the face-off. He rings it up. It's 3-2. Jaguars within 1. Little over a minute to play in regulation. Jaguars keep the pressure on. Cougars unable to clear the puck, and Johnny Panvica finds the back of the net. We're tied up at 3 and going to overtime. Under a minute left in the overtime period. Cougars trying to avoid that dreaded tie. Tommy Heron from just inside the blue line gets a screen in front, and this one goes into the net. Cougars win 4-3 overtime victory. Tommy Heron tells us about that magical game-winning goal for the Cougars.
I feel great, but it took me a while to realize it was mine. It looked like it could have been tipped a couple of times, and not until everyone started skating towards me did I actually realize I scored it.
It was pretty good. I saw the puck very well, and our D did a good job of keeping it to the outside and made it easy on me. Just had to watch it in and get the whistles for us.
The team just overall a great day. A couple errors, but that'll happen in every game, and we battled through it to come out with a big victory.
Beat a top 10 team, that was a big win for us, and it's just nice to get the win on the road.
Why does Patrick Munson look like he was just in a street fight?
I was going to say, he looked pretty bloody.
Yeah, well, Jaguars gave them everything they had, but 30 saves for Munson in the win. Nice game for the Cougars. Take out Jefferson Jaguars. They'll be at Robbinsdale Armstrong on the 17th and hosting Mounds View on the 22nd before taking on Maple Grove on the 24th. Bengals, nice 4-3 victory over Elk River on Thursday. They followed up with an 8-0 thrashing against Coon Rapids. Hat trick for Dallas Gerards. They'll be taking on Maple Grove on the 17th, their arch nemesis, and then at Chemble Park on the 19th. As both our teams faring well in conference play. Bengals yet to drop a conference game. 7-0, 9-4-1 overall. Maple Grove right behind them, 7-1, 9-7 overall. And the Cougars, 7-1-1 in conference, 12-3-1 overall. Elk River right behind them as well, just only 2 losses for them.
And then for Spring Lake Park boys hockey, they faced off Thursday night against Chisago Lakes. Hanging in there till the third period, but ended up losing 3-1. Devin Sinnell would get their 1 goal. Then Saturday night, they faced off against Totino Grace, with Totino getting the shutout 4-0. But they'll face off against Robinson Cooper, the 18th, Owatonna, then on the 22nd, South St. Paul. For the North Suburban standings, Totino Grace just getting the shutout. It makes sense that they would be leading the pack 4-0 in the conference. St. Francis on their tail 4-1. Chisago Lakes, then number 4, our very own Spring Lake Park with a 2-3 conference record. Then Irondale, St. Louis Park, and Cooper.
Girls hockey, the Bengals recently dropped a 5-3 game to the Coon Rapids Cardinals. They said it was embarrassing. They wanted to make up for that, taking on Maddie Wu, one of the top players in the state in Maple Grove. So we go to the Maple Grove Community Ice Arena, where the Crimson will host the Bengals, and they, like the Cougars, had a goalie change, as starting the net for the Bengals for them was Michaela Tilton, her first game starting as a sophomore. New net, we need a new goal delivery at Maple Grove Community Ice Center. It's going to help the Bengals. It does not take long to get good use out of that net. This is the opening face-off. Amy Schlegel from Kirsten Falk, and then Alyssa Wollens right in front of the net, cleans it up. Wollens scores the goal. That's 6 seconds in the contest, 6 seconds. That's pretty good for a rodeo, and it's really good for hockey. 50 seconds later, not even, Katie Swanstrom grabs the turnover, scores it. We're 1 minute in, it's 2-0 Bengals. That is a nice goal. And Michaela Tilton guarding the pipes on the other side. keeps Maple Grove off the board 2-0 Bengals after 1 second period. Sam Swanstrom finds Amy Schlegel. She finds the back of the net, 3-0 Bengals lead. Maple Grove finally gets on the board later in the second period. Katie Josephson finds Abby Larson. Second assist, Maddie Wu. It's 3-1. Maple Grove gets another one off the turnover. Abby Larson gets her second goal. It is 3-2. After 2, we go to the third period. Bengals get one from Kirsten Falk. Another turnover. Falk brings it in all alone, and she scores it. Top shelf, she snipes it. 4-2, Bengals lead. Abby Larson would get a hat trick to close it to 4-3, but a 5-on-3 and tic-tac-toe. Bengals make good. Nice passing here. Sam Swanstrom power play goal, assist from Falk and Schlegel. 5-3 Bengals. They add another one on the power play. Swanstrom to Falk. Amy Schlegel scores the goal. 6-3 Bengals win. How's that win feel?
We're really happy about our play in the end of the game and in the beginning of each period. We had some lapses every once in a while, but in the end we really got it out and we really finished the game. It's really good that we came out hard because we have a tendency to come out pretty slow, and so we capitalized on that. We were all really happy. We were really happy that it seemed like we got our team back from the last game, and we were really happy with how successful we were in capitalizing on our chances.
2 assists. They'll be hosting Champlin Park on the 19th and then North Metro Nada on the 26th before taking on Anoka on the 29th. The Cougars dropped a close game to Cooper 3-2 on the 15th on Tuesday night. They get to host number 1 Minnetonka Skippers and then at Champlin Park on the 26th before taking on Blaine on the 29th. Northwest Suburban standings. Bengals 9-5 in conference, 13-8 overall. Huskies leading right now, 11-2 in conference, and Centennial 4-10-1 in conference, 6-14-1 overall. North Metro Stars, not us, rounding out that.
From the Spring Lake Park girls hockey, they took off the Princeton Monday night with a big win, 4-1. Kim Patterson with a goal and 2 assists, and then Molly Senko with 22 saves. Quite impressive there. Then they take on Irondale on the 17th, 22nd, face off against Chisago Lakes. Then the 24th, they're at Minneapolis.
It's always nice when you can beat an Ivy League school.
Yeah, definitely. With the North Suburban standings, Benil St. Margaret is leading the way with 5-0 in the conference. Irondale in second place, Totino. Then Spring Lake Park is in 5th place with a 2-3-1 conference record.
All right, we're going to take a break. Before we do that, it's trivia question time, and we're going to ask you, how many state individual champions has Centennial Wrestling have? If you think you know the answer, give us a call, 763-231-2809, or you can mail us electronically, sportsnet@northmetrotv.com. Think it over. You've got 1 week. That should be enough time. Stick around. We've got more highlights. We've got gymnastics. We've got coaching captains coming up, so don't go away. You're watching Sportsnet on North Metro TV.
In the nation, our agents are always there, helping make sure that when your life changes, your nationwide insurance coverage changes too. We put members first because we don't have shareholders. Join the nation where protection is personal.
Nationwide is on your side.
In Anoka County, contact Twin Cities Insurance Group, your nationwide insurance agent.
If you need seamless gutters, whether the job is large or small, you can say,
I know a guy!
For your full-service landscaping, you can say,
I know a guy!
If you need commercial or residential lawn care, you can say,
I know a guy!
I'm Charlie Walker, and if you need professional seamless gutters, landscaping, and lawn care, you can say,
I know a guy!
With gold at all-time high, take that rope and say bye-bye. Earrings, bracelets, rings, and chains, we buy gold at your exchange. Don't send your gold to someone strange. We buy gold at your exchange. Spring Lake Park, Frilly Blaine, we buy gold at your exchange.
Welcome back to Sports and Everyone. Sean Scott is the answer to last week's trivia question, and frankly should be the answer to every trivia question, Sean Scott. And you know what? If you answer Sean Scott for Centennial Wrestling Event Champions, I might just give you a t-shirt because, let's be frank, Sean Scott. And those Sports End t-shirts, they're fantastic. We should post a picture online. I think on the Sports End page, there's like Joe Roble and Kulian, they wearing the Blaine versions of the Sports End t-shirts. They're nice t-shirts, so answer trivia questions and you can win a Sports End t-shirt. All right, it's time for gymnastics. This is not your father's Mike-nastics. This is gymnastics. Centennial Cougars hosting the Osseo Orioles. And yep, these teams don't like each other. I'm just kidding. They like each other. All right, in the vault, the top two scores. In second place, Amanda Gullard for Osseo records at 8.575, and the top score on the vault, Centennial's Nicole Stott with an 8.725. On the bars, second place, Jenny Dobias for Centennial, 7.85 for her. Top score for Centennial, Brooke Schotters, 8.15. And then moving to the beam, second best score, Nicole Stott with an 8.5 and a nice dismount here. Top score went to Kaylin Peterson. She recorded a 9.1. On the floor, second best score, Kaylin Peterson of Centennial, 9.15. And Nicole Stott, nice pass here. She recorded a 9.2, barely beating out Kaylin Peterson for the top score on the floor. And then varsity all-around results, third place, Amanda Gullard, 32.575. Second place, Nicole Stott for Centennial, 34.175. And Kaylin Peterson, top score, 34.425, edging out Nicole Stott. And Centennial takes the team competition, 133 point blah, blah, blah to 119 point blah, blah, blah. So congratulations, Centennial Gymnastics, on being good at gymnastics. They vaulted, they barred, they beamed, and they floored us away.
All around.
They did, all around, and the all-around champion was Centennial, so congratulations on that. All right, we're going to do some more coaching captains. Centennial Wrestling, please enjoy.
So far we're 9-3 this year, dual meets. We've lost an exciting but close duel to right now Anoka, who's in the first place in the conference. We've managed to defeat Elk River. Recently here, we won the Hibbing Invite this last weekend, going 4-0 in duels. So 9-3 is where we stand right now.
Some of the team's goals are to win the section, go and place at state, and keep wrestling well.
Most important goal, and we repeat it every day here in the room, is we want people to hate wrestling us. We want to come out on the mat, wrestle hard, wrestle tough.
Well, this year the seniors set a big goal of winning the conference, and right now we're going to have to turn around and beat Coon Rapids, and hope somebody can knock off Anoka to get a share of that title. So it's within reach yet, but it's going to be hard to match that goal. Another goal we have is to make the state tournament in place, and while that's the goal every year, this is something that's realistic for the kids this year. They're going to need to put in a lot of work, but section champs, that's our goal.
I wrestle 160. My role is to just keep it moving when in the middle of the lineup.
I am our 220 pounder / heavyweight, and that kind of means I get to, be the guy at the end of the lineup, finish strong, when it's on the line, go out there, try and win it for the team.
Building champions in life is our mission statement, and we don't say that lightly. We look forward to things like student athleticism. We're on a streak right now. We have 9 academic awards in a row as a team. We want to keep that going. Team unity is a big thing that we look for so that we can be the best possible team we can be at the end of the year. Probably a common saying, but it's something we really want. Those are probably the biggest goals.
Wrestling is just a fun sport to watch. Good time.
We're a very experienced, exciting team that is hungry and ready to take it to some people.
All right, wrestling standings. We don't get to these very often, but we found them. And Anoka Tornadoes leading the Northwest 7-0. Centennial right behind them, 7-1 in conference, 14-4. Bengals also having a good year, 5-2, 10-4 overall. And catching up on more coaching captains, time for some Centennial dance. Please enjoy.
Things are going well so far in conference. We are tied right now for second place. There's actually 4 teams tied, 2 for first, 2 for second. Goals for this year are top 3 for conference, which we were 3rd last year. Expectations are to go to state, so we have to place in the top 3 for our section tournament, and then final at state, we should be top 6.
This year we want to get top 3 in conference and top 3 in section, so we can make it to state in both jazz and kick.
I guess being a captain for me is just being a leader and role model for all these girls, and really like being here, not for me, but for the team, and doing what I can to help push everyone and just really lift up all of the dancers here.
It's really an honor, like just experiencing it, pretty much to be a team leader and just stick up for the team and just help them out.
To motivate the girls, to help them and push themselves to be the best that they can, and to inspire them to want to dance and help make the team the best that it can be. I always want them to have fun, obviously, and take more away from it than just dance. Come together as a team, bond with your teammates, and really just enjoy the experience.
I started dancing at a studio when I was little, and I just fell in love with it, and I have been dancing ever since.
I started dancing in 3rd grade with Just for Kicks, and from there I've always been a part of the dance team. And for me it's just really a way to express myself, and it's a passion of mine, I guess, and a sport that I love. It's fun to watch. It's entertaining. They have awesome costumes and makeup, and it really, there's a lot more than just skills involved. There's a lot to dance team, and I think that people don't understand until they actually come and see the girls do what they do best.
It's energetic and you'll be entertained.
Dance. You gotta like that. Patrick Munson, our athlete of the week, Centennial goalie, 35 saves and 30 saves in games against Andover and Bloomington Jefferson. Nice win on the road against Jefferson. 65 saves in the last 2 games. Congratulations to Patrick Munson, our athlete of the week. Time now for our play of the week. Nice. Here it is. The game winner in OT, Cougars taking on the Jaguars. Tommy Herron. The slap shot in front, did it hit anybody? I don't know, but Herron gets credit for the goal. He didn't know it until he jumped on everybody. And they said, hey, Tommy, you scored. That's going to be the SportsCenter play of the week, and they were right. So that's a nice play of the week. Our coverage games on North Metro TV. We've got, on Thursday, wrestling, Centennial and Blaine. That Centennial wrestling team we watched in the coaching captains, they'll be there. Spring Lake Park, St. Louis Park girls basketball, and Tuesday we've got South St. Paul taking on Spring Lake Park in boys hockey. NorthMetroTV.com. Check it out, SportsCenter and all that. You can see the games we're doing. Thanks, Alicia, for filling in for Jeff.
No problem.
Now you can go back to Iowa saying, I was on TV.
That's right.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Go Bengals. Go Cougars. Go Panthers. Say go Panthers.
Go Panthers.
Yes.